Russian view of world news on the latest news channel. Watch the video to the end and subscribe. Further, only more interesting. The provocative book of Trump's son provoked a stormy reaction of opponents. Donald Scheer declared financial infallibility of his father, but opponents are sure of the opposite. The son of an American leader, Donald Trump Scheer, wrote a book dedicated to his father and how the presidency affected their family's lives. Like any loud statement about Trump, this work divided American society into two parts. In many ways, this was predictable. The title, Trigger, How Leftists Cultivate Hatred and Silence Us, is provocative in itself, because there is nothing surprising in the fact that this book provoked a violent reaction. Some people are ready to follow the advice of the president and read it. Others, on the contrary, accuse the head of state of attempting to enrich themselves illegally. At the same time, the book itself looks like a well-planned political move ahead of the 2020 elections. The book of Donald Trump Scheer was simply doomed to attention from both supporters and opponents of the current President of the United States. Regarding the supporters, everything is clear. After the advertisement of this work, which the American leader posted on his Twitter, the Trumpists became interested in the publication. Opponents received the promise even earlier, when the title of the book was published. Of course, for the left who, according to the author, cultivate hatred, such a work just became the trigger in order to recall all the sins of the 45th President of the United States. Many of them were considered in the book itself, but from a completely different angle. The work of Donald Trump Scheer is based on two themes: stories from the life of the family of the President of the United States and discussions about the current situation in the country. The son of the head of the United States claims that the presidency brought his father a lot of undeserved criticism from the left, as well as a large number of unmotivated accusations. The author of the book describes the losses that the Trump family suffered during the time when the billionaire ran for president and ruled the country. According to the son of the head of the White House, their companies are losing millions and millions of dollars annually, due to the fact that they are now unable to enter into international transactions. At the same time, opponents of the billionaire's family criticized this statement, recalling that Donald Trump is the first president in a long time who did not give up personal asset management when he assumed office. In addition, they claim that Trump's presidency has brought him many benefits. For example, income from his hotel, located just a kilometer from the White House, has grown significantly. The most ideological anti-Trump people saw an attempt to enrich themselves in this book, more precisely, in the record left by the president about the work. In their opinion, Trump places an advertisement on a page on the social network, which gained popularity because he became president. So this is an attempt to enrich the author, his son, using his privileged position. However, this work is devoted not only to the refutation of allegations of economic fraud. Separately, it raises the theme of the notorious racism of the 45th president. This can be considered a prudent political step, because now Trump is fighting for the votes of minorities, and a positive statement about this to the whole country is most welcome. The president's son tells how in childhood he played the console with pop king Michael Jackson, and also, with the permission of his father, spent the weekend with the famous American football player Herschel Walker. Both celebrities are black, from which Trump concludes that, if his father was a racist, he clearly did not achieve much success in this field. Walker has already reacted to the publication of the book on Twitter that he is very proud of Trump, and has already ordered the book. He accompanied the record with a photograph of many years ago, where the athlete is captured with the son of a billionaire. Regarding the allegations against Michael Jackson, Donald Trump stated that they had never hinted at anything like this. Publication of a book in the United States has long been a part of the traditional election campaign. Shortly before the election, very often materials are published that create an opinion about one of the candidates. The Book of Donald Trump was published significantly earlier than the final stage of the race, and the goal is not a short-term increase in the ratings of the author's father. President Trump is creating an information field around him, on which his 2020 campaign will be based.